Absolutely. 10,600 miles south, make a sharp turn west. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where you will find those majestic, exquisite, beautiful plains, savannas of Africa. Those herds of zebra, impala, giraffe, 200, 300, 400 strong, moving through those plains. Volatile, dangerous, complex, complicated trading environment that is perilous. And they ask but only one question. What is it that I need this day to survive? How do I not get taken out today? What thing from the world outside of me that does not exist inherently within my organizational proficiency do I need to bring from the world outside to enhance my efficiency and efficacy today? But what, ladies and gentlemen, of those majestic predators of Africa? Lion, leopard, cheetah, hyena. Follow me here. They live in precisely and exactly the same complex, complicated, perilous market space. But they ask an entirely different question. What is at the premise of their operational methodology? Are they process-centric, or are they perhaps result-centric? Do they have the courage to hunt the market they have been given, not the one they want? Are they willing to accept that flux, transition, dynamic, permanent shift and movement from old, staid, habitual trading habits are simply a thing of life? And will they insist on coming into the market space on a daily basis and simply asking, what is it that I have this day that will just bring me that much closer to permanent, long-term client relationship? You see, I want to share something with you, ladies and gentlemen. This is what a corporate mission statement looks like in the African bush. Take a look. You do not need a thesaurus to understand that, do you? Hunt or be hunted. Have a good day, signed God. We speak about leadership, and we do so with regularity. But you realize that we so often mean findership, because in here lies the difference. When your teams walk into your organizations, your corporations, the associations that you work with and represent, there are those that arrive and stipulate and articulate most beautifully the deficiency of your current environment, the exquisite contraction of the Australian-US economy, the collapse of the European demand and through flow, the rise of China and India. And they articulate your deficiency. And they say, this is where we are looking to go, and this is what we need with which to do so. Those are finders, ladies and gentlemen. They are not leaders. But then, there are those that walk into your very same meeting, into your leadership, sales, downstream distribution, marketing, branding meetings, and they articulate the following. This is where we are looking to go, and this is what we have with which to do so. Where are your teams? Are they operationally process? Process is important. But are they dominant and centric towards process? Or are they result-driven? Because there's a fundamental problem in the African bush. You cannot eat process. Subways will not deliver into the Kwarakanga Valley north of the Nwesi River. Big problem. We talk about paradigm shift. I came to the United States of America with $860.22 16 years ago with my beautiful wife and my 4 darling children. By the way, I have 4 daughters, 5 sisters. I'm drowning in a pool of estrogen. You have no idea. But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I relocated from Johannesburg, South Africa to the United States with 13 pieces of luggage, my 4 beautiful children, my wife, into my mother-in-law's basement in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because my wife said we have family in the United States. I don't know if you can call your mother-in-law family, but that's where we went. It was the toughest thing I've ever done in my entire life. By the way, I just want to share with you, if you really want to motivate your teams to get out there and hunt in this economy and this market environment, have them move into their mother-in-law's basement. It'll get them out of bed like that. You have no idea. I'm in the diamond business. Diamond business is about trust, integrity, performance history. Who are you? What are you? Are these diamonds? Are these cubic zirconia? Moissanite? What are these? Who are you, buddy? It was absolutely impossible. But here's what happened. My dad took me into the African bush when I was 7 years old for the first time. And it was the power of this leopard, solo, solitary hunter. Ingwe, they call him in Zulu. Mangala le Ingwe, the power of the leopard, does not have huge corporate conglomerate pride resource like the Fortune 500s and thousands with massive 9, 18, 13, 29, 37 in a pride to come into a market area, designated, do a due diligence study, find high net, big fat profit take, mobilize the entire pride in there and just bang down. No. It needs stealth. It needs niche. It needs to have a total relationship with its entire organizational brand. It needs to identify its apparatus and tooling. It needs to trust it and mobilize it. It needs to live in a place and space of have, not need. It needs to critically and intrinsically understand that what it needs, it has. What it doesn't have, it doesn't need. It is fully proficient. As I was moving through those highways and byways trying to build my diamond business and get inside the space and place of transactional happening and sell diamonds to jewelers so I could get the hell out of my mother-in-law's basement, the hunt of this leopard simply just came back to play in my mind. It's incredible proficiency. It's a solo, solitary hunter. I developed a thinking package known as leopardology, critical business thinking gleaned from the hunting habits of Africa's most successful predator. 6 fundamental predatory proficiencies, or as 3 Ivy League schools in the MBA that amazingly have incorporated into their program, refer to it as pillars of positive predatory thinking. I was very privileged to write a book, and I have the opportunity to share leopardology through the exquisite purveyance of bureaus all over the world in the Australasia market, through the Saxton Speaker Bureau Agency, which we are honored to be affiliated with, and I share with leadership, sales, strategic management teams all over the world. In the very short time that we have together, I simply want to share with you one snippet of one aspect of the first pillar of positive predatory thinking. Leopard are so revered that in the Zulu culture, the Sangoma, the witch doctor, will always wear leopard skin because they say in Zulu, "Amantle iingwe," let the strength of the leopard be with you. If you think I'm kidding about proficiency, leopard have a 76% close rate, ladies and gentlemen. They close 76% of all attempted client approaches. How do they do this? What is at the core of such incredible leadership, managerial, strategic efficiency? I had precisely the same question. I want to share with you one aspect. How do we get out there in the morning where we can sense and touch and feel the potential that is out there to engage and to trade and to interact and to put leadership initiative and entrepreneurial ideas into the market space? How do we go from concept to closure? Good thing we've had breakfast, right? How do you go from potential for global penetration to actually doing so and banking it? Who are you? Who are you? I do not mean what do you do for a living. I do not mean what does your company do and where are you employed. I mean, what is the brand core efficiency of your organization, your association, your corporation? the human being that you are. Who are you? Leopard have an intrinsic relationship with who they are, continually taking inventory of their incredible apparatus and tooling, massive, huge musculature in their torso. They have 3/4 canine teeth, sometimes growing in males to 2 inches, that can actually bite through tubular steel. Because here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. They do not have a shipping, branding, marketing, downstream distribution, legal, and accounting department. They are the total efficiency of their operation. And what they have, what they need, they have. And they totally believe that they are proficient. They cannot go to Woolworths and buy meat and steak neatly cut up. They need to have the apparatus and the tooling within the core efficiency of their organization to achieve what they do. And they do. Leopard have an incredible ability to manipulate and maneuver their body. That is the hardest rock on earth, African granite. They refuse to come into a market space and bang their head against rock every single day, take 2 Advil, and hope that either my head gets hard over the course of time or the rock gives in, the way you and I do. They say, hang on 1 second. The marketplace will not use me. I will use it. Nothing will be a liability. Nothing will be a problem. Everything is an asset that will get me closer to permanent client contact, that will allow me to get deep, niche access in the market space. And they do so with incredible efficiency, stealth. Their magnus opus, their camouflage, you simply cannot see them. You cannot see them, you cannot smell them, you cannot hear them. They are painted by God with such precision, you simply cannot see them. I want to introduce you to someone. This is my very close friend, Lucas Nklosi. He's a Shongan tracker born in the southwest area of the Shongan Valley. Master tracker. You do not want to be in the bush without Lucas. That's rhinoceros spoor. He will tell you with precision who's going, who's coming. Lucas will touch a tree and he'll tell you it's going to rain at 2:17. Better set your clock by it. That's me. I've got more junk on me than they actually sell in REI. I do carry a safety weapon when I'm in the bush. In case I separate from Lucas, I'm not a hunter, but I do carry a safety weapon. I want to take you somewhere. I ask you to come with me deep into the Makuru Valley, right there by the Nwetsi River, at about 5:30 in the morning. And we're cruising along. Lucas says that a leopard has cubbed recently, a huge, beautiful, territorial female, and we just want to catch sight of her and her cub in their natural environment. How magnificent that would be. And I'm walking along right behind Lucas, 10 feet where I always am. All of a sudden, Lucas stops dead in his track. He turns to me and he goes, "Tula unkaranga, tula." Go to sleep a long time. And he drops down just like this. I drop down. Now I'm thinking, hang on, what's the problem over here? Now I'm good in that bush. It's not a venomous snake, easy to pick up details. It's not a lion pride. I'll tell you why. Fortune 500s and thousands, they do huge, huge business. Some of it sloppy, most of it very sloppy. You can always tell when a lion pride has been there. There are bits and pieces of client retention here, bits and pieces of profit there, bits of Chicago still signing a document here, New York still has to courier to Sydney, which has to go to Perth, but the chief executive officer is on a plane. It's not lying, because I would have picked up telltale signs. Hyena, not a problem. They're a Japanese organization, very structured, departments of efficiency, and you can pick up the movement of segregated departmental hunting. Cheetah, not really a problem. Leopard, I don't see. But Lucas, my tracker, turns to me and he says to me, "Ingwe umbaboyo." There is a leopard on this ridge. Take a look at that. If you go back to AIME, there is a leopard on this ridge. I'm looking at that ridge. I take out my $200 binoculars and I do a 360 for that leopard. I don't see a bloody thing. He says, "Leopard, ingwe umaboyo." Leopard on that ridge. I pull it in for you. We're now 15, 20 feet out. I'm looking for a leopard on this ridge. I don't see it, ladies and gentlemen. For a moment, I want to take you out of the bush and I want to put you in your boardrooms, in your sales meetings, in your kitchen at home with your spouse. I want to ask you this question. Are you comfortable in your skin? As an organization, as an association, as a corporation, as a human being, are you comfortable in your skin? Do you understand that who you are at a core level is your single biggest trading asset and market differentiator? It is not your price, not your product, not your market offering. It is the intrinsic founding aspect of who you are as a human being, as a brand, as a dynamic entity that trades in a global marketplace. Have you taken inventory of it, and do you trust it? Have you mobilized it to the market? Or do you insist on diluting it to make sure that you fit in where you truly don't belong, hunting someone else's hunt? Take a look at something. The most dangerous feline predator on earth is actually 60 feet away from me, and I wouldn't have known for the love of money. Take a look at what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you're comfortable in your skin. You see, that's what happens when you realize that your brand efficiency as an organization, as a human being, is actually your single biggest asset. Never leave home without it. Always go into that marketplace and make sure that your core efficiency, who you are, is always protected. There's an African cockatiel that sees her, is about to give up her position. Boom, she's off. Gone. You know why? She cannot afford to be in a marketplace without her single biggest asset, literally who she is. We are experiencing one of the most paradigmic shifts that our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren will not experience. The way business has traditionally been done is literally out the window. Yesteryear's economy belongs to yesteryear's hunt. Our opportunity in Australia, and I say in Australia particularly, I travel the world. I speak to organizations. I have the privilege of going into the bosom of Fortune 500s and thousands the world over. I live in the United States of America when I'm not on an airplane. I'm from South Africa, and I travel. And I am sharing with you that you are positioned in Australia to be a global power, to be a global leader, thought leader, in entrepreneurial energy, in innovation, in work-life balance, which is killing the United States of America and absolutely demonizing innovation. You folks have it. You are geographically positioned to feed the largest appetite in the world. It's dark out there. If you don't know who you are, you will take on clients that are not appropriate. Is that a client opportunity or what? If she closes that 7, 8-month-old leopard, she doesn't have to eat for the next, she doesn't have to hunt for the next 5 years. How will she retain this client? Is this her hunt? How will she hold it? How will she manage it, keep it fresh, service it? She cannot. You see, knowing who you are is not only good strategic implementation, it'll actually keep you alive. Award-winning picture of a leopard that hunts on the other side, got itself killed because it's not a lion. It needs cover. Ladies and gentlemen, it's dark. Yesteryear's economy, the sun has set on that. The good news is that the sun will come up. The bad news is the other shoe hasn't dropped yet. It will actually get darker. But they say in Zulu, "Asangangala lisabongo." One thing I know for sure, the sun will come up tomorrow morning on the global economy. I hope that you have the courage to be there when it does. I honor to be here. Thank you.